Okay, take two, because I said one politically incorrect thing. It just slipped out. I'm going to put it on Odysee because it's actually pretty funny. How do I dog whistle this Seth Rogen thing without getting kicked off YouTube? Oh, I probably should not have said that aloud. People are talking about the Seth Rogen thing and not actually going to the heart of the issue because they want to stay on YouTube and they're making money. I get it. It's their job. It's not like once YouTube becomes a job for people, it's, you know, and I don't know what point it becomes a job for people. Like, if you're getting paid $1,000 a month for YouTube, it's like, you really don't want to see that, you know, go away. So I get it. I respect that. It's their hustle. So some guy's talking about crime in a city, and Seth panics and jumps in to laugh it off. I think he even said ha ha or LOL or something, talking about some guy getting ripped off. He said, ha ha, you're nuts, ha ha. It's just part and parcel of living in vibrance of the city. Ha ha. Okay, Mr. $80 million. So he absolutely panics because it's this is a whole left-wing comment section. And the, talking point, the comment section has got very deep waters and strong undercurrents. There are sharks, and beyond this point, there are monsters, because this doesn't happen in Japan. The left-wing kids are vaguely pissed off in the comments. Go through, get Dolphin Zero, and you can browse Twitter without signing up. As if the crime somehow relates to the left wing. Why would it? They seem totally fine with crime. It's just the cost of living in the vibrant city of different groups of people. But don't call these asset reallocation experts by the wrong designation. No, don't do that. The language used to describe this real universe is the real problem. Let's focus on words and not acts. You're not a wrong thinker, are you? Only Trump, January 6th, Hugo Boss types call criminals criminals. How dare you, sir? We'll just, if you have a word associated with something negative, the word will eventually just be the negative thing. It can be used in a derogatory sense. Oh, well, we'll just change the word. Yeah, but the cycle never goes away until the underlying nucleus changes. Oh, we'll just keep changing words. I don't think you just heard what I said. Before I forget, there are other people in the comments who are sharing their own stories about vibrant city life, about crime, working for something to get something and having it taken away. In this case, a guy had some bikes stolen. Some girl in the comments said that she hoped he didn't report it. Her reasoning was a systemically marginalized person of disenfranchised otherkin diversity would be hassled by the running pig dog capitalist tools of the slave catchers. The dude just wants to live in a city where people don't steal bikes because they know they're going to go to a county work farm for a year to learn that there are consequences of stealing bikes. If you don't put people in jail for committing crime, they'll commit more crime. It's just that easy for a lot of people. If you defund the police, have catch and release district attorneys. I've been doing videos on Odysee and Bit Chute, a very, very spicy offensive content dealing with the Boudin district attorneys and Libby Schaaf and all that kind of stuff. But it's only on Odysee. If you have an open border, then you can't have nice things. You can't have civilization. You will turn homes into concrete fortresses. Cars, bikes, all gots to be locked up. If you need to live your life, you're going to need to live your life with like a Liberty device in your pocket at all times. Oh, you're going shopping and things look pretty safe out. You only need a 380. That's fine. It's like, things are getting a little rough out there. You might want to upgrade to the 40. Anyway, so every stranger in the on the street is going to be a potential threat. You're anonymous in this hostile city of predators. Every time you park your car, it might get broken into. The society devolves from a higher trust one into the liberal paradise of Brazil. This loosely is why Seth Rogen panicked. He is a globalist. They want this dystopian hellscape for you. They live in guarded compounds. They are the high caste untouchables. You are nothing more than cattle to these people. This guy sits in his house, his apartment, his condo, whatever, and he smokes weed and he comes up with like weed ideas. He's completely safe because he's got steel doors and guards. It's like he has no clue what people are going through. Like, I say these people are evil people. I mean, like, biblically evil people. Sodom and Gomorrah level. They don't just fiddle, they open the gates and they help burn the city. Defending car break-ins is a really weird flex. And is there some part of these people, when they defend these things, does some internal spark start to die out every time they compromise on their principles? Or they get to a point where they realize, like, oh, they really have no principles. They'll just, oh, we need to, every city has vibrant car break-ins. That's just normal. Like, let me take a look at this guy. How do you reach levels of soylent like this, where you're getting in a comment section to defend crime? For someone to publicly mention the enrichment of crime is to shine a light on LA, San Francisco, Oakland, Portland, Seattle, far left areas with crime. Oh, crime is just an accepted part of a city life. Not in Japan. Japan is how adults live. Maybe crime should not be an accepted part of city life. And to be fair to the comment section, there are some people who are starting to wake up. Like, seeing a liberal in San Francisco or LA start the light bulbs start to go off. It just like barely flickers over their head. Just starts to come to life, and they realize, like, oh, we've been lied to our whole life. We've been lied to for 100 years, and all this is shit. And it's just going to shit, and it's going to continue. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse until you take off those rose-colored glasses and actually see the world for how it is. Crime should not be accepted in city life, and it doesn't have to be. We can stop this if we're willing to do things differently. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. Seth and his ilk are of the mind that far left soft on crime policies that lead to crime. Well, let's increase the far left soft on crime policies. But won't that lead to more crime? No. It'll be different this time. Keep in mind, Seth Rogen is worth $80 million. Every time his $150,000 Tesla gets the back window broken, I guess they break into it because then they can unlock the trunk and unlock the rest of the car. He just calls a window repair guy, and it doesn't matter what it costs. If it's $500 or what, it doesn't matter to him at all. He's like, here's my credit card. Just go fix the window, clean up the glass if you can. These parasites that craft this narrative don't live with the consequences of their actions because they live in secure buildings. Someone in my comment section said, when they come to these celebrities' houses, he will not shed a tear, and like, we're probably going to be in the mob with pitchforks and torches. Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Schumer, Sanders, they're worth millions, way more money than they should have got, even with the most prescient investment advice. They didn't get that money from... I'm insider trading. They got that money via insider trading with a breach of their fiduciary duty to the people that they're sworn to represent. They're not representing the people. They're taking bribes and selling the people out. Because in a commercial zone, economic zone, Soros-ruled country, there is no people. There's only cattle. What is America? What unites it? What is its dogma? Literally nothing. It's a slush fund for bankers and big tech. It doesn't have a united people, religion, culture, or constitution. But my constitution! The Constitution is just a piece of paper without the minds of the people who gave it life. If you have people who don't want that piece of paper, they're just going to get rid of it. It's as easy as that. A country that has changed its population so radically in less than 100 years is not a country. It's a failure of the parasitical, softer, easier path. People who set the forces in motion and assumed the game would continue on its path. Without a demarcation between us and them, this identity and that identity and the other, you have a rudderless ship. In 1955, did people think that there would be gangs given free rein in American cities, that drive-bys and gangland hits would be an accepted part of American life? That's just part and parcel of vibrancy. Yeah, I'm aware of Italian, Irish, and Jewish gangs, but the numbers do not begin to compare the benefit of organized crime versus very much disorganized crime. Bugsy Siegel wiping out the Cohen gang competitors is almost quaint by comparison. Seth Rogen doesn't want anyone criticizing these globalist soft on crime policies. And honestly, if you're in Portland, Oregon, Oakland, San Francisco, LA, this is what you voted for. The mayor of San Francisco is a clown. So is the district attorney. So is Oakland, Libby Schaaf. Liberals want this. They get what they deserve. You get what you fucking deserve. So I don't know. Go. Ooh, I can't advocate illegal activity. So just like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next episode.